but let me see that kicking. Okay, good. So I'm so glad to see you guys on. This is a good group we have on here. We are coming back from Summit pretty fired up. I think myself and the other 3 girls will agree on that. We're excited to share some of our experiences with you. So just know that you were missed. We thought about you a lot. We are hoping to get a bigger group out there next year. It is in New Orleans. And so it's July 13th through 17th. And the early bird coach prices are wrapped up. They expired yesterday, but we'll keep an eye out for prices and planning that and getting it going. So it was a really awesome experience. I'm going to let the other girls share their experience, and then I'm going to share mine as well, just so you guys get some feedback on that. I think you guys are updated now with everything you have available to you for August. This should be a really amazing month for us. We've got pretty much everything on special. We've got obviously the New Country Heat program, which I am currently doing and really, really enjoying it. It is different, and Katie's mentioned before that she doesn't really build a full routine, but it looks like there is a full routine that you could add on if you wanted to. But it's super fun. I did it this morning. I was like smiling the whole time. I'm like, I kind of needed a break from some of the, hardcore workouts, and this has been an awesome little break. So that's on special, but then we've got 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, Hardcore, Size, PiYo, and the 3-Day Refresh Challenge Packs all on special this month. So you have a ton of opportunities to plug people into a variety of packages. We've got Team Cup going, so we've got 5 of us on a Team Cup, and if you're not on a Team Cup, that's okay. Just push to make your business the best you can. And it still can be a really, really great month for you. I will get our recognition for last month and Success Club points posted either after this call or tomorrow, so we can make sure to be recognizing everybody's accomplishments for the last month. So, but I'm proud of you guys for everything you're doing in the business. August can be hectic with people wrapping up summer and getting ready for school. So, I'm trying to take the approach of like getting in those last minutes of your ability to sort of have a little bit of freedom with your schedule. Or maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't feel like freedom because you've got your kids home from school, but just getting set and in a routine before fall starts so that you're not like trying to do that and get everybody back to school at the same time. So, the best way, and one of the things we learned, and you'll probably hear the girls talk about at Summit, it was just pounded in us to be authentically ourselves. So the best way you're going to connect with people is by sharing personally, sharing openly, and letting people connect with the real you. And anything you're going to relate to, they're likely going to relate to. So just keep that in mind and know that if you're going at it with that, you're heading in the right direction. So with that, I want to, Carrie, go ahead.
So PiYo Challenge Pack is on promo?
Yes.
So when you click, like, how much is it then? Because when I click on it, it still tells me 160. Is that promo price?
It should be 140.
I'm on the BB Links.
Maybe that one's not updated.
It says promo. It says promo.
Does it say it at the very top? If you click on that.
I did, and it says 160.
I can't read that. The line up in the purple, what does that say? On the very top, above PiYo Challenge Pack.
Oh, it says, where do I live? I live in United States. Oh, promo price. Oh, there he is. 140 in effect from 2/8/2 to 10/31. Okay. Ooh, through October.
Oh, wow. All right, cool. They're trying to set us up for success. I'm telling you, we've got crazy things launching. So just real quick, and I'm going to let the girls start, but they are doing a 3-week yoga retreat that is exclusive for Beachbody On Demand customers. That's going to be really cool for the people that want the low impact. It's going to be more true yoga, and it's kind of a yoga immersion experience. So if you really want to learn and develop some flexibility, that's a great way. And it's just a 3-week program that's launching exclusively there. And then Core de Force, I think, is going to be really awesome. It's a kickboxing MMA style. You're excited about it? I think you'll like it, Karen. It's the people in Les Mills, Joel and Jericho, are the ones that are doing it, and it's 3-minute fighting rounds, and I think it's going to be really fun. So that's launching in December. This Diet Bet, check the FAQs in the back office on this, but basically Beachbody's throwing $1 million into a pot. They're going to pull $5 from each challenge pack up to $3 million. And all you have to do is use the Challenge Tracker app, record 3 workouts a week and 5 shakes per week. And anybody who does that is eligible for this pot. So us, our customers, all of it. So you can let your customers know they have an opportunity to make some money just by participating in these challenge groups. They have to be logging workouts and they have to be logging Shakeology. So they've got that going. Gosh, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Core de Force, yoga retreat.
When is Core de Force launch?
November.
Just so you know, I know, Destry, you'd like to do kickboxing too. My videos that I did that I was showcasing a move for kickboxing did the best on, like, I got the most traffic on those. So cool. I would just record one single move and they watched it.
Cool. That's a good idea.
Traffic.
That's a good idea.
I'm doing less moves now, so.
Cool. Yeah, I think you're going to like Core de Force. I'm excited for that one too. I think that's everything. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that's everything though. So lots of opportunities to be successful between now and the end of the year. I'm pretty on fire. I've got some big goals. I'll share those with you guys more. And that's something I need to get more comfortable with. I've hesitated to do it because this is a team thing and I don't want you guys feeling pressure because of my lofty goals, but I do think you probably need to understand them. So as we go on, I'm going to find ways to, sprinkle those throughout. But I want to open it up to the girls. I want you guys to hear their experience. So we did a alphabetical order thing for most of our time out there because we had to split showers and stuff like that. So we are going alphabetical order by first name. So that puts Destry on deck. So go for it.
I didn't want to go first. I was working today on a PowerPoint, so I've put all my pictures of slides and notes in that. I'm almost done. I had hoped to be done before the call, but I didn't happen. So I'll get it done tonight and I'll put it in the file section. It was absolutely amazing, and I wish that we could do this more often, not just once a year, because it's really fires you up and gets you motivated and inspired, and just it makes it more real, more, like this can really and truly go somewhere, not just, it's just seeing these people in person and hearing them talk. It was really amazing. One thing, of course, that's driven home are the vital behaviors and invite. And I know it's motivated me to do that. I think I've got my sister and brother-in-law coming to the Friday night super workout with us. So, because I really want her to hear the Bergola sisters talk, because that made me start thinking about her and what we could do together. And she was very receptive to it, a lot more than I thought. Wow. So anyway, as far as takeaways go, definitely inviting. God, there's just so much. I have pages and pages and pages of notes. Personal development is a big thing. Of course, everybody knows that. But believing in what you are doing and why, and believing in who you are, finding your true self, and and showing that, like Shaun T talked about transparency and living in a glass house. So they talked about being consistent, and sharing successes that are not just physical. So financial, mindset shifts, things like that. Let's see. They talk about taking people on your journey, and about failure, that it's just feedback telling you what's not working. I don't know. There's just so much. I put a lot into my notes, so I'm not sure what else to talk about right now other than, it'll all be in my notes. I'm really overwhelmed with it all in a good way, because I just felt like I really took home a lot. So.
Awesome.
Good. That's awesome. And thank you for putting those together too. I think that'll be helpful for the team to see. So
yeah, I think I'm on like 60 pages already.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Because I took photos of every single slide.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Awesome. Well, I'm next in the alphabetical rotation, but I'm going to go last. So I'm going to turn it over to Katie.
Hello. So this was my first summit, and I've been doing it for over 2 years. And last year I didn't go for a lot of reasons, mostly because of fear and because I didn't know what people would think of me if I went to a network marketing thing, to be honest with you. And so I went this year, and I wish I would have gone last year, because it was truly like Destry said, you don't realize the impact of it until you're there surrounded by everyone else, 24,000 other people who are doing the same thing in their own way. But my 3 to 4 biggest takeaways from it is to be you and to let that shine through in everything that you do business related. So someone should, like Destry said, with the transparency and like you're living in a glass house, it's I'm posting something publicly on my social media and then I have a private message going on with someone. It should be congruent. The person should get the same feel from my private message as from what I've written publicly. And if I'm only carbon copy of top coaches and I look to them for ideas of what to post and I don't change it and put it into my words or how I am, then that's obvious. And upon reflection of like what posts have done really well for me, it's the ones where I'm vulnerable and I'm like, this is hard, this sucks, I'm going through something. And you can say all of that, but then you also have to be like, but this is what I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it. So to piggyback on that, like I got a lot of social media stuff from this. So like every post that we post should have a reason. No one cares that we're working out. Everybody posts their sweaty selfies. Everybody posts things like that, and they're not doing what we're doing or why we're doing it. So why do you get up every morning and work out? Why do you choose to drink a shake, and what does that mean for you? Don't hide behind the product, but tell your story through the product. So I get up every morning and work out, and because it's makes me it gives me energy for the day. And when I wasn't working out, I felt like crap or something along those lines. I don't know. It's as a mom, it's your only 30 minutes to yourself every day, and it makes you feel better and be a better mom. Stuff like that. So like give it a reason so someone can connect with you through that. Then what else did I write down? And then the focus on results. I was just telling Jenny this. That's not something that I have been good at, because I am someone who, if I buy something and I have an intention to use it, then I will use it, and you don't need to tell me to work out. I will do it. So I have to shift my focus on getting people the results that they have trusted me to help them get in whatever way that they need it. So asking them, how can I help you? Where do you want me to follow up with you? What do you want me to do when you fall off? what's working, what's not working. Those kinds of questions will help them get the results that they have come to me for. And it is my job, once they come to me, to do that for them and to fill my side of the bargain. But yeah, it was really awesome. So if you guys can get to at least a Super Saturday this weekend and try to get some of the vibe from the coaches who went this weekend, then you'll still feel it. But yeah, that's my quick takeaways from this. I don't want to take up too much time, but just be who you are and let that shine through in whatever it is that you're doing. So yeah.
Awesome. Definitely. Really good takeaway. So we will shoot it over to Niku.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Sorry, my setup's a little different today. So yeah, this was my first summit, and admittedly, I was kind of just going to hang out with Jenny because she's one of my very best friends. And I was like, hey, if I can go away for 4 days to Nashville, see your best friend and hang out, and that'd be super fun. And then whatever else happens. So I was pleasantly surprised that as much as I loved hanging out with Jenny and Destry and Katie, I actually took away a lot for my business. I think, we talked about this a lot while I was there, that the importance of personal development was really hit home to me. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but as a mom, I'm just depleted. And I went there just with no energy and like, I'm going to go and you can tell me how to run this business, but like, I don't have time. I don't have a minute in my day to do this. And I honestly don't feel up for the challenge of taking any rejections or anything like that, because I'm maxed out emotionally. Like I can't do this, but I left understanding how to run the business. I will tell you, I've gone through the first part of Coach Basics, but I haven't put in as much effort as I should in learning how to run my business and how this whole thing just works. Quite frankly, I was really intimidated by it. And I'm so glad I went to Summit, because it was like 48 hours of uninterrupted time to learn what it is I'm supposed to be doing here from the very best. And I can confidently say now, A, it's a really simple business to run, and it's not there's nothing rocket science about it. And B, I totally understand it now. So I could not have said that going in. And I think that was a lot of my hesitation, was because I didn't know what I was doing. And if I didn't know what I was doing, I wasn't going to go try and do it. With that said, one of the other things I learned though is the importance of being willing to accept rejection and to fail. That these coaches that are even the top coaches, they've all made missteps. They've all had people say no. They've all just had, not great experiences, but that's been overshadowed by the fact that it has been a really positive, healthy business and thing to engage in and be a part of. So that was very encouraging for me. And I also realized that as a mom, feeling depleted is not okay. I can't sit here and just be like, I'm never going to achieve anything because having a baby and a part-time job is exhausting. I can't take on anything else. I realized the importance after watching these women who are just badass that I need to step it up and I need to develop myself and keep using my brain and use my time better. Even if it's not running my business, which I did do today. And I think I sold a challenge pack, which was really exciting. Yay. That I need to keep pushing my brain to think about things other than my part-time job, which really doesn't push me, or, my baby, which is exhausting, but not necessarily intellectually stimulating. So I left feeling like I need to ramp up my personal development. I ordered 3 books on Amazon. This morning, after telling Jenny, I think I've been telling her since the day my son was born, I can't possibly get up any earlier than I am. I got up earlier. So I got up at 5:30 and was pretty comatose for the first 3 minutes, and then managed to sit down with the book and do some personal development and some Bible study, and it was awesome. And I don't know, it's 6 o'clock now. I'm still going strong. And I kind of proved to myself that I could do it. So that was really cool. It was really cool. So I just think it really filled up my soul, whether this business takes off or not for me. I hope it does. I still haven't set concrete goals yet. I'm still a little nervous about that, but I've been watching some YouTube videos and pulling up my business activity tracker and sorting my contact list today, and just doing activities that are going to be closer and closer and closer to that. So I can get ready to invite and to our next challenge groups. So I don't know. I don't have anything else that wasn't already said, other than it's not about you. It's about the people you're talking to. You have to believe in your business. your vibe attracts your tribe. I love that quote that like, you're not looking for anyone to sell to you and be a coach with you. You're looking for people like you. So kind of like Katie said, you can't say, she said it in one of our posts on Iron Revolution yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, I don't remember. You know, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Like if they're going to jump on and say yes to you, they're going to be attracted to what you're saying. So if you're your authentic self, you present your authentic self online, you make it about them, not about you, and just kind of share what you're doing, things will probably work out.
Cool. What I love is that all three of you guys, I saw like do something with what you learned today in your posts. And, you know, Nico, I know at one point during the weekend, you're like, I'm not motivated to action yet. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing you today and I'm like, she's acting, you know, she's motivated.
I know, day one, I was a little like, okay.
Cool, though,
Day
because,
two,
like,
I was like, okay, I can do that. I got this. I can do this.
I mean, you did a whole transformation though this weekend. If you like, even before we left, you were like, I'm just going to sit by the pool.
No, don't tell them that.
That's awesome.
There was no pool.
Like, so that worked out. But like, it was just cool to see the whole shift for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome, you know, because and that's what, so this kind of happened for me last year. You know, it was like I went there and I sort of went there feeling a little bit like Katie described, like I'm going to this network marketing event. What is it going to be like? And I left there last year feeling like this is a big deal. Like this stuff matters and what we do matters and we have the opportunity to impact people. So I had that sort of like experience last year where I realized like, this is legit. 25,000 people working out at 6 a.m. in the streets of Nashville. I mean, we filled 8 city blocks, guys, like craziness. We were up at 4 a.m. and we stayed up till like 12:30 talking because we're a bunch of girls. Like, I mean, and we're just out there working out. And when you're surrounded by that, you just sit there and go, this journey matters. My journey matters. Who I talk to matters. And you see it on a really grand scale there. Katie and I talked about the difference between going to athletic training conventions and something like this. You know, you go, and it's unfortunate, but you go to professional events for our profession and people check in and rarely sit through the seminars in a lot of them. People spend more time out partying with each other than learning new information about how to be athletic trainers or how to be better athletic trainers. Not everybody, certainly not everybody, but that happens a lot. And yet every seminar, every session was packed here with Beachbody coaches. People were up for the 6 a.m. workouts. People were, and it didn't matter how late they were out the night before, you know, and they were doing it and they were attending. I mean, we packed out a hockey arena. Like, it's crazy. So that, you know, that really, like, I sort of reckoned with that last year. And then this year, you know, I went in with just, you know, obviously I'm transitioning into doing this full time. So I went in with some pretty big business goals and just wanted to get as much, like, just be a sponge and get as much as I could from these top coaches who figured this thing out and know what they're doing. And, you know, what we heard a million times was the importance of being you and being fully comfortable with you. And somebody said in one of our sessions that you are the only one that can do you. And if you don't do you, the world misses out. And I thought, how valuable is that? Because do we naturally feel like that in our lives? Like, do we naturally feel like people are going to miss out if they don't interact with us? But it's very empowering if you tackle your conversations and your interactions like that. And like, so on our Team Cup team, I decided to go with the leave them better, you know, hashtag or whatever motto. Because I feel like if our goal is to constantly leave people better than we found them, then we've done our job. And that doesn't have to mean a sale. And that doesn't have to mean that they're always doing what we want them to do. But if we left them better than we found them, then I feel like we've reached a goal. So that was a really cool quote that I took away. And then you guys know one of the things I'm most passionate about as a coach is these challenge groups. And I listened to a really awesome talk on challenge groups. And my takeaway from that was that I've got to be comfortable challenging people. I've got to be comfortable saying, you signed up with me. You asked me to hold you accountable. I'm going to do that. You need to do the things and the steps that I'm asking you to do. You need to submit your pictures. You need to take your measurements. You need to respond when I'm checking in with you. And she recommended, you know, she's got a whole system and she'll check in with them. And if she doesn't hear back, you know, she sends another type of way to communicate, a voice text or something. And if she doesn't hear back, she follows up with another message. And then if she doesn't hear back after that, she just leaves the door open and says, when you're ready to start the journey, I'll be here. Because you have to work with the willing. But something I feel hesitant about, and I felt empowered coming out of Summit, was that I'm offering them an opportunity to coach them through a very difficult process in their life. I can't do that if I don't know what they're doing at home. I can't do that if they're not honest with me about what their before picture looks like or where their measurements currently are. Like, that is not something I should be shy about asking people, yet I am, because I feel like they're going to run away from me. But it was empowering to know that I have the power to impact, and I have to take action on that power, and I have to set the expectation for what I want my people to experience. So when they're starting these challenge groups, they've got to understand that, you know, this is a commitment they're making to follow through with their journey. Like, I'm not content to have people buy a challenge pack and not do the workout they purchased or not drink the shake they purchased. Like, that bugs me. So that was a takeaway for me. And then the girls that talked about using social media said something to the extent of doing something one and expecting something to happen from it is insanity. Like, we have to be consistently doing the things that we want people to connect with. So I know we've all had that, like, well, I posted this and got crickets, but you know what? Everybody's gotten crickets at some point. And it's just tweaking things, and it's making it you and letting your voice speak through, and not following so many coaches that you're speaking in somebody else's voice. They encouraged us to write out, they gave us three sort of things to evaluate. One was, what is painfully normal about you? Piles of laundry, doing laundry, and by the time you're done folding it, having another load to do. Being a wife, being a mom, being a dog mom, going to the bank, running errands, going to the grocery store. Like, they're like, painfully you. Like, write down a list of all of those things. And then they talked about writing down a list, and Katie touched on this a little bit, about what have you overcome. So, you know, what in your life have you overcome? Something in your childhood, something as you were growing into an adult, something maybe now, like, what have you overcome? What is your story? You know, maybe it's bad eating habits, maybe it's family history, maybe it's depression, like, who knows? But make a list of those things. What have you overcome? And then, what makes you special and unique? So here's the thing. There is plenty of people out there doing the same thing. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, you're going to have people doing the same thing as you. So what makes you stand out? What's going to make you connect with people that want to work with only you? So the last thing they had us make a list of is what makes you special and unique. So, you know, writing things out that are totally unique to you, that will either enhance somebody else's life or that will make you relatable to somebody else. And like Niku said, you don't have to connect with everybody. That is not our job. And in fact, the more you distance yourself from anybody, the more you're going to find that person you want to work with. So getting into that mindset, and then, like Katie mentioned, leading every social media post with that. Like, we should not be carbon copies of all these other coaches. And then what's funny is, I mean, I took a lot away from Summit in and of itself, but then I was listening to a Chalene Johnson podcast on the plane on the way home, and they were talking about that if you don't feel like you're connecting with the type of prospect or the type of coach you want to connect with, then you're not giving them anything to relate to that makes your skill set unique. Like, so you may have something very unique, but you're not presenting that to your audience. You're not allowing them to see that about you. So finding what's your unique character traits or skill set that you have to offer. So if you're struggling with recruiting in general, then evaluate what you're putting out there, because you got to give them something to connect with. That's you. And then the other thing on the recruiting topic was they mentioned the fact that recruiting is a gift we're offering people. You know, we tend to make that like a dirty word, or make that feel like, you know, we're just another scammy network marketer. And really, you're offering, you know, as a customer, you're offering somebody a total solution and an opportunity to change their life and change their habits. And then by inviting somebody to a coach opportunity, you're offering them an opportunity to change their financial story. You know, it's a gift to invite them, and it's a compliment to them to say, I think you'd be really great at that. So whether they accept that or not, losing the hesitation behind it, because you're really offering them a piece of you, a piece of connecting to a community, and it is a true gift for them. So not being shy with approaching people, or you know, offering them what we have as coaches and as a team. So we've got a couple minutes left. You guys can take yourselves off mute if you have any questions.
Can I add one more thing?
Okay.
Sorry. Get Snapchat and learn how to use Snapchat. Gary Vee, we listened to Gary Vee, and he was like, you can either be a skeptic or you can lean in, and you can lean in and figure it out and say yes. And I'm a skeptic, and I have said Snapchat's stupid. I don't need to see naked pictures of people, yada, yada. And it's actually a lot of fun, and it's really simple, and I still don't know how to use it completely, but it's been fun, and I don't know, play around.
He talks about that in his book too. You've got to get Snapchat. It's going to evolve just like everything else has. You know, Facebook, when they first came out, they were just, you know, it was just for teenagers. It was not anything like it is now. So he explains in the book just to get in the beginning before it evolves. So,
yeah.
I just read the book too.
You just read the book?
No, I just got it. It arrived today.
Okay, good.
Let's see.
I started reading The Miracle Morning, or listening on Audible.
That one's good. I really liked that one.
You know, I got The Miracle Morning for network marketers. I think it might be different than the original.
Let me know.
Miracle.
Let me know what you think of it, because I got the regular one, but I was curious what that one was like.
I will.
No. Cool, guys. Well, we missed those of you that weren't there. If it works out, we hope to see you in New Orleans next year. Check out the online office for information on that. We're looking into timeshares and options for housing to see if we can get everybody together as a team. And obviously that depends on how many people go, but we're definitely looking into our options. So those are things that go fast, hotels and stuff like that. So if you're interested in